hot shit.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Zmoovy for Life podcast. I got some great news for y'all, man. First of all, I am your host, Reek, and this podcast is talking about people experiences where we currently are, where we currently try to head to within life, career, and entrepreneurship. Man, we got a special one today. I just want to say to y'all, this is the first season of third season. This is episode one of the third season. God, could not get that out.
Yay!
But let's go and introduce our guest. So, Grace, she's an actress, model, filmmaker, and also she is a full time worker at the art PR and marketing for art film called Interi.
Interi. Yes.
Interi,
Yeah.
yes, which is based in the United States, Italy, where she's coordinated art expedition and managed the business and marketing and public regulation. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give it up for Grace.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
How you
I'm so
feeling?
glad to be here. I feel great. I feel great. I'm so excited to chat with you and talk about everything. And I'm so excited to be a part of season 3. So thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. And like I said, I'll try to get that out. It's a tongue twister, and I don't know what was going on with
It's a
me today.
lot. It's a lot.
There's a lot
Yeah.
going on
I
today.
do a lot of different things. Yeah. That's what you have to do
So,
as a creative. You have to hustle. You're a lot of different moving parts, you know?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So the first question I got for you, and as we was talking before we start recording, you was telling me more about Interi, and I just wanted to know more of your childhood and what inspired you to become an actress and a filmmaker.
Oh, wow. That's a really great question. Man, I think for me, I grew up, my mom, she is a professional artist, and she actually was also a former model back in the day. She was actually, I have to brag on my mom a little bit. She was Ireland's first supermodel in the 70s.
Oh
So
wow, hold on,
she,
you
yeah,
got
she was
oh,
literally like Ireland's very first supermodel. Gina Riley, if you guys look her up on the internet, Gina Riley Barlow, she basically has always been a hustler and a creative. And I think growing up with her, you know, especially her when she like had me and my sister, she started her journey as an artist. And so it
mhm,
kind of showed me that that was possible, that having a career as an artist is possible. It just takes a
right,
lot of hard work and dedication. And so for me, I was always drawn to the performing arts. I was a dancer. I started dancing since I was 4 years old. And then I got really into anything that I could do to like perform in front of people. So I was the type of kid that was really annoying and would be like, hey, everyone, watch what I'm doing. And I would like do impersonations or dance, and I loved watching movies. I really loved old movies, so I loved anything with Audrey Hepburn in it. And so I always kind of imagined myself like wanting to be in movies and, act and all of that. So that kind
mhm,
of came at a young age for me, and just being drawn to the arts in general. And then I found as I got older, I started modeling when I was 17 or 18. And
mhm,
so my mother agency, Diablo Agency, which is located in Columbia, South Carolina, love
mhm.
them. Shout out to my Diablo family.
Gotta
They
get down.
really, yeah, they really encouraged me to pursue acting and pursue acting classes. And I just fell in love with it. And so that's kind of how
Mhm,
that journey started.
right. Okay, okay. So, with all the fields that you're in now, what was the biggest challenges you had to face so far?
Ooh, another good question. I would say anytime I am acting on set, anytime I like am up for a role,
Hmm.
I think it's more down to memorization than anything. I'm someone who I love improv. I love improvisation. I can kind of get into character, even if it's like funny or sad. But I think for me, memorizing lines is always kind of something that's been difficult that I'm always having to kind of navigate and like do different
Yeah.
uh, like exercises to help me learn lines and things like that. And I think
Right. Right.
also whenever I've been on really big sets, you kind of have I start to get a little nervous. Like I would say I'm a super like outgoing social person, but you're kind of intimidated because sometimes
Yeah.
like yeah, especially I was given a role last year in the Saturday night movie and it's now on Netflix if anyone wants to watch it. But I was playing Edie Baskin in the movie and I was surrounded by all these incredibly big stars like Dylan O'Brien, Lauren Morris,
Wait a minute
Rachel
now.
Sennett. Yeah. And so I was like, I had to kind of, it was a pinch me moment where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like here, you know, I'm just
Right.
so
Right.
nervous. I want to make a good impression, when you're just on set and being able to, just be professional and always obviously very friendly. And so I think both of those things, just memorizing lines and then also being, I guess for me, not being caught up in being anxious about it, just taking it in and, you know, just having a good time on set, I think is like the biggest thing. Oh no. Is it my computer? I'm like worried if it's my computer that's messing up. Are you there? Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, I know. I know. I hope that wasn't my computer.
I think it was mine.
Okay.
But you can continue. I don't.
Okay. But yeah, that those are the major two things that I always have to like, deal with and then I'm fine. Honestly, once I'm over the nerves and then in my head about the lines, I'm usually fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your? How can I put it? Your favorite moment when you was doing like a set and all.
Ooh, favorite moment. Ooh, that's so hard. I don't these are all great questions. I'm like, dang, I don't know. I think anytime I'm on set, I always usually make one friend or I usually have one familiar friend that works with me.
Hmm.
So even with like, for example, that movie I referenced before Saturday night, I ended up becoming friends with so many different people. And that was such a nice experience. And now I still see them on set whenever I get hired for something. I have one
Hmm.
good friend, Claire, who I met from that set, and we're like film besties now. And I've been
Hmm.
able to create short films with people that I meet, and they've been able to act in some of the films that I've helped co-create. So that's been incredible. Um, and even the last, so with Saturday Night, even getting to play Edie Baskin and being able to meet her in person twice has been such an honor because she was such a legendary part of
Right. Right.
Saturday Night Live. And so that even being able to like be a part of stories and actually meet the people that you play,
Hmm.
especially like such iconic people, that's such a cool experience. So definitely the people aspect, either getting to be friends or, being able to like carry those stories in real life is just so cool.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So, where did modeling come into place or come into
Modeling.
play?
Yeah, that was something. again, I always wanted to do it, but my mom, she's not like a stage mom. Like she's like, if you want to model, you gotta like figure that out. So I was like, I was like, okay. So she, and actually the one time she did bring me somewhere, I was 16.
Right.
We were in Dublin, Ireland, because my mom's from Ireland originally. And so we were visiting our family, and she was like, well, why don't I bring you to an agent that like I know the owner of the agency, and then they can meet you, and maybe like, you know, you never know, because I would
Yeah.
visit my grandparents in Ireland, so sometimes, you know, she was like, it could be a good opportunity for you to go and maybe you can model there first before you try something in the US. And so we walk into the agency, and the girl who was there interviewing me didn't know my mom. But she looked at my mom, and she was pretty young. So she, like, again, my mom was bigger in the 70s. So this was like years and years before. But she looked at my mom and she goes, actually, are you interested in modeling? Because like,
Mm.
you, and so I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm never bringing my mom ever again, because they just want the supermodel to model, you know?
Right.
And it was so funny. And my mom looked at her and she's like, yeah, I've modeled it in the past, you know?
Right. Right.
So yeah, I feel like when I was 16 or 17, that's when I kind of really tried to start modeling. And I would do things like Columbia Fashion Week or Charleston
Mm.
Fashion Week, and that actually helped me a lot get more confident in myself. And then I interviewed with Diablo agency when I was 18, and so I got signed with them. And
Mhm.
Erica Diablo, she's a wonderful mother agent. She really helped give me the tools to kind of understand and navigate modeling in general. So not
Mhm.
just posing and runway walks and things like that, but also just, you know, how you show up like in a casting, or, you know, meeting different people, being
Right. Right.
confident in yourself, and like things
Mhm.
like that, that actually helped me so much in the day to day. Just, you know, I feel like modeling skills are so useful even when you're just like, just in general, being able
Right.
to
Right.
meet people, because you get a lot more confident in yourself and just how you're able to talk and relate to people and things like that. So yeah, it was a really great experience being able to start modeling. And I think a lot of people, either modeling can be something that helps their self-confidence or something that kind of hurts it, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
rejection that comes with
Mhm.
modeling. So a lot of
Mhm.
people, when you're going into a casting, you know, you're standing beside all of these gorgeous people,
Mhm.
and then it's just little old you. And I'm also, for a model, I'm not super tall. I'm only 5'8", so I'm usually one of the shorter
What?
girls there. Yeah. Yeah, usually they're like
That is
5'11".
shocking.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And so I'm just like, I am sometimes, I joke I'm a personality hire. I'm like, listen, I mean, I'll be the tallest in the room, but like
Yeah.
I can bring some pizzazz to the runway or
Right.
whatever.
Right. Right.
So yeah, I think a lot of people think of it as like, you know, they see it as it's so focused on looks, and like there's a lot of rejection with it. But I always say not necessarily, because sometimes, for me at least, I've been able to model for different people and establish like good relationships with different designers or brands,
Mhm.
and then they want to continue to use me. So like at New York Fashion Week, typically when I model for a brand or like a production company, they'll usually ask me back, which is really nice. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think, yeah, it's been a great experience for me overall. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next question I wanted to ask you, you pretty much like already said it and all, but I want to ask you, like, as far as along the lines with confidence, and how do you entwine all three of these fields together?
Hmm. How do
That's
I
a good one.
intertwine it? I'm like, all these questions are really good. Oh man, I'm trying to think. Honestly, I know I keep continue to repeat myself, but it's so important with, and when you say like three fields, with acting and filmmaking, modeling, and like doing PR and marketing or the business side of art, like
Yeah.
being an art director, all three of those things are so heavy on like people skills and
Yeah.
being personable. So I think all
Mhm.
of those, and because you're surrounded by creatives, and creatives typically were like very social people,
Right. Right.
those have been so heavy on networking and being able to like show up and be personable and be kind and open with whoever you're working with. And that's
Yeah.
something I would, any advice I would give about being a creative, it's, I know it's sometimes hard because we, like, a lot of some of my friends who are the most talented artists on the planet, it's hard for them to like sometimes want to always get out there and network or be social all the time, and I completely
Yeah.
understand it, because also, there's a time and a place where sometimes you don't want to have to do that. But for me, that's been the thing that's opened doors for me,
Mm.
whether that
Mhm.
be in film or with modeling or with even my job as an art director, like all of those things. The minute that I'm able to really open myself up and be open to opportunities of like real, like it's not just networking, because you want it to be like authentic relationships with
Mhm.
people. You don't
Mhm.
want it to be like a business thing, because people can feel that and they don't like when you're inauthentic. And so
Right.
whenever
Right.
I've just been myself, or just being able to be open to opportunities to collaborate with people, that's when super cool things happen. So I would always say
Yeah.
just be open with collaborations, and just being friendly and kind to everyone, and open to networking with people, because again, you just never know what door God could open for you in that way.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I would assume that like all three of these fields go together, right?
Hmm. Oh,
Like
for sure. Yeah.
because you got to have confidence in all three
Yes.
more
Yeah.
more than
Yeah.
anything. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's even, confidence is, it's not thinking of yourself higher than other people. It's just thinking of yourself like in a way
Say
that
it. Hold on. Say that again. 'Cause
I'm about to preach. No, but like confidence, like it's not that you think you're like the best thing that's ever hit the planet. It's that
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
see yourself in a good light, in a positive light, as well as other people. Like there's no
Mhm.
insecurity. And
Right.
so I think that's, a lot of times I hear about imposter syndrome. Like people like to
Yeah.
bring up
Yeah.
imposter syndrome. Like, I don't know if I belong in this space. And my thing is like, yeah, that's a natural feeling that we all sometimes feel.
Yeah.
But like you can always tell yourself like, you know, hyping yourself up in the mirror and doing your affirmations and being like, no, I belong in this space, just like
Right.
anyone else. We all belong here.
Right.
And we all, as long as you want to show up and work hard and be kind to everyone, you belong in any creative space that you desire to be in. And so, yeah, my confidence kind of comes from that. And yeah, just trying not to live in self doubt, which happens,
Mhm.
but just being like reminding yourself, no, like I I belong here, and I'm confident in myself and the skills I can bring to people, and they're valuable, and yeah. So,
Okay. Okay. So why do you think that is a like a thing where people be like they don't belong when, like you said, they do belong?
hmm I think because we feel like we're in a competition with one another,
Mhm.
especially, and understandably, I just mentioned how at a model casting I walk in and there's like you know 100
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
5'11" models, and so
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, do I belong here?
Right.
But like you can't allow that to determine like if you, I don't know how to explain this. I think that's understandable to feel that way.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, just knowing that, okay, even if you're, you know, not the tallest, not the most beautiful, not the funniest, not the smartest, not the whatever, there's always something about you. Like
Yeah.
everyone, we all have our superpower that, or the thing we're good at that we can bring and that we can
Hmm.
dial in on and focus on. And so, yeah, I think that's like something that whenever people start to doubt themselves, they're comparing. And comparison is the thief of joy. It takes away our confidence, it takes away our joy. And that's why it's so important to not focus on that, not focus on comparing ourselves to one another, but just knowing, okay, like, there's something unique about me and valuable that I can bring to this, no matter what it is.
Right, right, right. So I want to ask you, tell the people that's watching this the difference between being confident and being cocky when it comes down
Ooh,
to this field, in this field, the
yeah,
field that you in. I'm gonna say.
yeah. I would say cocky, you think that it's like you think that you're better than
Hmm.
other people, or that you have a sense of pride, like you almost think you're too good to be in like a certain, I don't know, like if you're, I'm trying to give an example. Say with working on a short film, if you show up to that short film thinking like, I don't need to know my lines, I'm good, like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I got this, like I don't even care about this whole thing. That's one showing up like you should always care no matter what it is, no matter how small the project is. You should put in 100% effort into whatever you do,
yeah.
because it's also like showing other people that you care about
Hmm.
that certain project because it could be a big deal to other people. Where,
Right.
and versus confidence, where you have memorized your lines, you're confident in yourself, you're confident in your skills, you um, feel good about, like, you've prepared yourself, and you've also, um, in yourself that you like are excited to be in that space and you're grateful for that opportunity, but you also
Hmm.
know like you're ready to do the job, and you're
Right.
confident in yourself. I think that's kind of the difference, is like making sure that you have like a good head on your shoulders, that you're humble but confident, and that you're
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people might mistake your confidence for arrogance, and
Yeah. Yeah.
thinking that you this big headed person, and
Hmm.
um, I want to know that um every, let's say, set that you go on, or this, you going out there being a model, and do you treat it always like it's your first time doing it to keep yourself humble?
I So me, I try not to do that, because if I feel like uh I'm more struggle in the, you know, I have to pump myself up a little bit before I get there, or else I start
Right,
to doubt myself and I get nervous.
right,
Because
right,
I'm like an anxious person, so
right,
I almost have to be like, "No, girl, you got this." Like, I do my affirmations in the car or in the mirror. I pray. I'm
right,
like, "Lord, help me." But yeah, yeah. So I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum, where I'm like, I don't necessarily need to be humbled. I almost have to
right.
remember, okay, like you're good, yeah, like things like that. But I mean, yeah, with making sure you stay humble, I think part of that is surrounding yourself with like good people who kind of keep
Yeah,
you grounded and stuff, is like really
right,
important.
right,
And thank God I have a family that constantly keeps me grounded and humble, so I don't have to worry about that.
right,
Yeah.
right. That's good. That's good. What would you say is the most interesting, like just being an actress, a modeling, and a filmmaker?
Ooh, the most interesting thing is, I keep repeating myself. It is literally
Nah,
the
go ahead.
people. It is the people you meet. Like
Yeah.
you are just surrounded by like the coolest people who have done incredible things. Like,
Right.
you
Right.
know, these like, you know, even the directors, they have, I like, there was this time last year, actually, I was just working on Boots Riley's new movie. And
Hmm.
again, I didn't have like a speaking role in that movie. I was just kind of working as like, I was like one of the models in the background of the movie.
Yeah.
But even being there and like Kiki Palmer's in the movie and Demi Moore, like
What?
being able to be around those people and, you
Right.
know, and like chat with others. And even like when I was working on set, I was kind of looking up Boots Riley and like all the other films that he worked on. And he's such an interesting director and filmmaker. He is
Yeah.
just so cool the way he's able to create films the way he does. Like he's just so cool. So yeah, I would definitely say the people, and even that runs into with Interi, with like the work I do, being like the director over like our business and
Yeah.
doing like promotion and planning exhibitions in Italy. I get to meet such cool people that way too, like different artists in Italy, who have been working for so long and they're so incredibly talented. And I
Right.
am not a visual artist. So
Right.
to be able to imagine how they're able to create the things that they create, is just really cool. So yeah, I would always say in anything I do, it is always the people that are like just being able to meet them. And, you know, celebrities, obviously, it's really cool. But like, even if it's not a celebrity, you're still going to meet someone who has such a cool perspective and they're just unique people. They're not like, I don't work with a lot of office people or, you know, like accountants. No offense to accountants, love y'all. But like they're all very fascinating
Right.
people, you know?
Right.
So
That's good. That's good. So, um, man, I want to ask this question, and I know how important this question is, and
mhm,
being a at PR and marketing for the art firm that you work at,
mhm.
Interi, right? So, what skills do you bring out of just working there into the fields that you're in?
Ooh, yeah. So for me, I went to USC, University of South Carolina, for public relations. So all of that training, a lot of that, you know, was PR writing and management skills and all of that. That kind of obviously trickled down into my day to day. But then actually being able to work
Yeah,
in my job, I am constantly, I'm reaching out to press, I'm coordinating events and exhibitions, I'm putting together marketing campaigns, email blasts, social media campaigns, all of these
right.
things to help promote and to um, get people excited about the collections and the art that I am trying to promote to the public, whether that's in a
Yeah,
public space like a museum or even to private clients. And so for me, those skills are can be then switched on to like even as an artist promoting myself. So like for example, mainly within Thierry, I'm promoting obviously Gina Riley Barlow, my mom, and her artist name is Interi, and like the works of art that she does with art preservation. But I've learned, okay, I'm showing people why this work of art is important and why my mom as an artist is important. And so how do I also use those skills to also show if I'm doing an audition, um, why I'm also in, like should be thought of for a role.
yeah,
So
yeah,
because a
yeah.
lot of times now, whenever people look at whatever you're doing, whether like acting and modeling, people immediately, if you're managed by a team, so I'm with 2 agencies, well, 3
Yeah.
technically, but like they see I'm repped by an agency. They see that I'm like, part of SAG or whatever, but then it's important for them to also look at my social media,
Mm-hmm.
see how I present myself online. If I'm able to know someone in the industry, that's super, super important. That's almost way more helpful for me to be able to get auditions and get in the room than not. And a lot of people give, like, you know, people throw around the word Nepo Baby and they're like, oh, they get opportunities. And it's like, yes, they do, because, their parents know someone, or they've been in the industry long enough that they've been able to establish themselves like through someone that they know. But I want to encourage people that, although they have a little bit of a leg up, you and I can do the same thing. We can try
Yeah.
to establish ourselves in that same way by knowing people, by being able to, I throw around the word network all the time, but I really like, that's just so important, by being able to use your interpersonal skills, whether that's like meeting people on social media, following someone, DMing them, establishing a relationship with them there, or being able to go to events. There's tons of film events that happen, especially in like big film cities. So I work a lot in Atlanta and New York. I've been able to meet incredible people going to different events with them, or even like, yeah, just like even being around different people in like in the art industry, in the fashion industry, or with film, just being able to be in those spaces and being in different cities that have opportunities for us is so important, because you're there in person, being able to meet and being able to talk to people. So I would definitely say my training with PR and marketing, it's like it's transitioned into, okay, how do I promote myself, and how do I help my friends too, because I want to help
Mm-hmm.
everyone around me. Like, we all just want our friends to, thrive and get
Mm-hmm.
hired for things. And so if
Right.
I'm making a film, I want to hire my friends. Like, that's something. And there's a lot of people like that they want to know the people that they're working with. So yeah.
That's, wow, that's good. That's good. That's good. So I don't know if you answered this. You probably already did. The question I want to ask is: did you see yourself doing something like this along the lines with acting, modeling, and filmmaking?
I did in some ways. Like, I think with with modeling, I definitely just, a lot of girls are like, I want to be a model. But like, I think my mom being a mom, if you're tall and, like, I'm not even that super tall, but I was also lanky. I was
Yeah.
a very lanky, awkward teenager.
Right.
And
Mhm.
so me being like, oh wow, modeling's like the one place that like being lanky is actually like kind of appreciated, because they, so like I think for me that was like a kind of easy transition to like go into modeling. Plus my mom being like a big model back in the day, and her like telling me, okay, you need to go get comp cards, get your photos taken, get your digitals, and then you go and you go to this agency and see if they want to sign you. And so like I was given the instructions, and so that was pretty easy for me. Um, and then with, with my job, I knew like PR, I love to yap, like as you can tell, I just love to talk. So like it was like, okay, PR is great. It's job stability. I'm able
Mhm.
to chat. I'm a good writer. I'm able to coordinate. I love to do, um, I love to promote different brands or artists. And so that was like an easy thing for me to see my skill sets and know what to
Mhm.
study in university. It was like an easy transition. Then obviously after COVID, my job kind of fell into my lap with my mother. I'm low-key a Nepo baby, but that's okay. That's all right. Film was the only thing that was harder for me to break into and navigate. And
Mhm.
that's because it's just hard for anyone typically. And so for me, having my mother agency, Diabru, be able to encourage me to take acting classes to try to get into feeling confident in like my improvisational skills and monologues and things like that. That was nice because I got the proper training, and I still try to do acting classes, obviously, constantly to be able to keep that skill going, because it's acting is like any other skill, like with dance, with singing, you constantly have to keep training and practicing. But being able to figure out, okay, what's my next steps? Like I can
Yeah. Yeah.
audition, but how do I get on set? And so for me, luckily I'm close to Atlanta, Georgia. So
Mhm.
I found out, oh, I can be a background actor. And so
Mhm.
I would do auditions with my agencies for commercials and short films and things like that. But then I started to just wanting to be on set, I started doing background acting for different films in Atlanta because so much shoots in Atlanta. It's like such a
Right.
big
Right.
film hub. So by being on set, I was able to get kind of my feet wet a little bit. I was able to meet again different actors and people that kind of showed me what they were doing too to like
Mhm.
help get more acting jobs. And that's actually how I became SAG eligible. Was I was a background actor, and then I ended up getting selected for a speaking role in a film. So
Mhm.
sometimes it happens like that where you just have to seek out those opportunities. They're not going to fall in your lap. You have to go out and get them.
Right. 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 That's good. That's good. So, um, I got two more questions, and we're gonna get into this segment. My next question is: did giving up ever creep in? If it didn't, and all, like we all get frustrated, we all get stressed out, where it's like, this right here is getting to me. But if that being frustrated, being stressed out, what made you even push yourself to know, like, okay, this is my purpose and this is what I want to do? So I'm guessing it's a two-part type of
Yeah.
question. Yeah.
No, yeah. I have definitely thought about giving up before. Um, Especially I think with my with my job working with Interi and doing art direction and promotion, that I have security in. So I
Yeah.
feel good about it. And there is there's security, but also a lot of tasks that are somewhat mundane. So I have some stability in that I know every day what I'm doing. I have my tasks, I have plenty of work. I am confident in my skills. I don't have to like that job is my kind of, I'm very thankful because that's
Right.
what's like supporting me, but also that job as I continue hopefully will be able to, I'll continue to kind of, you know, still be able to do what I'm doing from years to come and
Yeah.
still be able to love what
Mhm.
I'm doing, which is important.
Right.
And there's still going to be opportunities there. Whereas with acting and modeling, I definitely have sometimes hit the point where, you're auditioning, you're going to castings, you're not booking anything, and that can be very frustrating, especially during COVID. Nothing like filmmakers were, I mean, the world was shut down. So like a lot wasn't happening then, or even there was a really long time that I don't know if you remember, there was like the WGA and SAG strikes. So the Writers Guild and Screen Actors Guild, they were both on strike for a very long
Oh
time.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It was like one of the longest strikes, if actually the longest strike that's happened in a very long time. And so again, no one was working. There were a lot of people who, were not able to, I mean, if you're a full-time actor, you were out of a job for a really long time. And so those times obviously it can be frustrating and you want to give up. Or even I I have this issue where I love doing both things because I love performing and I love being around creatives. But
Mhm.
I sometimes will get in my head where I start to I start to compare myself, or I start to think, I hope people don't think I'm doing this because I'm full of myself, because I never want people to think that. I never want
Right.
people to think I'm modeling because you know what I mean, or like I'm
Mm-hmm.
acting
Mm-hmm.
because I like to see myself on screen. It's not that at all. And so I
Right.
started to think that way of like, oh gosh, like maybe I need to just step away because I don't want like that to be what people think of me, which is actually, you know, you shouldn't really think about what others think of you. If you love to do it, just do it.
Yeah.
Um, but I think part of that was because, you know, I think it should I think a lot of people are in acting and modeling for the right reasons, because or art, because they care about the art itself. And if you're not, you're going to burn out really quickly, because then you're going to figure out real fast that it's your passion for the actual thing itself should be the most important thing, rather than you. And like, I don't know if that makes any sense,
No, no, that makes
but
sense. It makes
yeah,
sense.
like I think people, you know what I mean, because it's such a, you have to have the love for the art of it,
Mm-hmm.
and the passion to keep you going. Um and like, again, both, like all three things that I said, a lot of people who are actors or filmmakers or artists are very emotional people. We're very dramatic,
Ooh.
love it, but also don't, because sometimes it's a lot. And and I'm dramatic, but like sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, I don't know if I'm like, I'm not like a theater person. So like
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
against theater people. I love my theater friends, but like sometimes I'm like, I'm not like them. Like I'm not always on the way that a lot of people are, like always performing and always, and they're like, you know, all they want to be is on stage and on screen. That's not how I am. Like I love it. I love it to pieces. But I think the luxury of me being able to do both of what I do is I can kind of step away from it and be behind the scenes and
Right.
not be in the spotlight. And that's so nice sometimes. And then sometimes I get to be in the spotlight and it's great. But I'm not the type of person that I like to always be in the spotlight. And I don't want to have to like fight tooth and nail sometimes to be getting the roles that some people so desperately want. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but yeah.
No, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense. Because even in the field that I'm in, and like when I'm trying to actually remember, and you get frustrated, you get
Hmm.
stressed out sometimes, and yeah, when you said about passion and the love for it, and some people sometimes they get into the field and I'm in because they want to, make money, and which is fine, and but it's not something that's going to be sustainable, for
Yes.
a very
Yes.
long time, because once you always thinking about the money, you always thinking about, okay, is this project gonna make me something? Can I get something out of this? That's
Hmm.
what you're gonna think. Like, is it benefiting me? Now, I do the same thing, but also too, it's like, okay, I love this as
Hmm.
well. So if, of course, we all want to get paid. Let's go and put that out there. We all want
Yeah.
to, we
We gotta
all want to get
live.
paid.
Yeah.
We all gotta live, but at the same time, it's like, if money wasn't in the equation at all,
Hmm.
like,
Yes.
would you still do it though?
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That is exactly it. Is if there was, without money being involved, would
Hmm.
you still want to do it?
Yeah.
100%. And,
Yeah.
or even, you know, for other people, for like, if you're acting for the, like, if fame wasn't involved, would you still want to do it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And even though most working actors are definitely not famous, you do not, we don't know them because they're
Right.
working actors, like they're not the superstars. And I would say for all three of what I do, absolutely yes. I mean,
Right.
there's tons of modeling jobs I don't even get paid to do it. I'm just like, I'm just happy to be here, you know? And And yeah, and like for you, I totally understand what you mean because there's so many people who try to, they see the, so many people are trying to jump onto videography and photography,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
they think, oh man, like what you said, there's so much money in this, there's cool opportunities, and then they see it on social media of people like blowing up with their videography and photography, but you're right, like you have to be doing it for the right reasons. And that's almost like
Yep.
God checking us. He's like, is
Yeah.
this really what I've put inside your heart? Or is this really the intention of how you want to live your life? Because if
Yeah.
it's not for the right reasons, you're gonna check out real fast. And so I think
Definitely.
that's almost a good thing, is that in a way it keeps us humble, it keeps us in it for the right reason because we love doing
Right.
it, you know?
Right. We can't get so caught up into this is speaking on about money again. We can't get
Hmm.
so caught up into it. Like there's some stuff that I do. Some people think it's so wrong to do free work. And like you just said, you did some acting jobs that you didn't get paid, or you did some other jobs you didn't get paid. But it's like the love for it, it's like, okay, it can even set you up if you had the mindset of like, okay, I can do this one for free,
Hmm.
and it can even set me up for another opportunity. And
Absolutely.
that's the really the way how you have to look at it sometimes. And
Absolutely.
is to even to build up your portfolio, to even get the experience out of it, and keep on just constantly learning.
Hmm. No, for
Yeah,
sure. 100%. Because sometimes, again, you, it's like any other business where sometimes you have to do things for free in
yeah,
order to be able to, one, um, set apart your portfolio and show like your different work,
yeah.
or even be able to get certain clients.
Right.
That's really important to be able to do that. And or even like with press, like with PR, sending off PR packages for
Yeah,
people, for them to be able to see your product or your piece or whatever, for them to be
yeah,
able to then boost you and promote you. All of
yeah,
that is super important sometimes. And then there's a balance though, because sometimes you don't want to do that and like lessen your work or
yeah,
your worth. You know what I mean? Because like
yeah.
within reason, sometimes you're like, yes, I can do that for free, and then other times you almost have to be like, okay, wait, hold on, I can't be doing all this for free,
Yeah.
because obviously we gotta live,
We
we
gotta
gotta
live.
we
We
gotta
gotta
eat,
live.
and then also like we know that no, like my work is worth, it's valuable to people. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because and sometimes you really have to sit back and think. Like, let's say you get booked for uh, a gig that's worth 5,500 or so,
Hmm.
right? But it's not even for my field. It's not even about the equipment you have and all. Like, if you just not getting into the game, and I would
Hmm.
say, and you getting booked for, well, you trying to get booked for a gig that's worth 5,500, but you have no idea what to do.
Hmm.
So it's like, why did you even take on something like that?
Right.
You're
Yeah.
gonna stress yourself out.
Exactly. And then people are going to be like, "What are you doing?" And you're going to be like, "I don't know."
I don't know.
They're going to figure that out real
Yeah,
fast.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
Yeah.
it's like getting that experience doing free work is very more important than
Yeah.
trying to always get paid. And because when money is involved, like
Mhm.
people look at you a certain way, like they
Oh,
treat
yeah.
you a certain type of way. It's like, okay, I'm paying you this much. I want to get that much out of you. If that makes sense, what I'm trying
Absolutely.
to say. Yeah,
No, absolutely. There's a quality behind like the value they place on what they're
yeah,
hiring you for. They are expecting that quality to also be there. So 100%. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So my last question I want to ask you, and since we on the topic of just money, I don't know if this fits into money, but what do you want your legacy to look like when it comes down to acting, being an actress,
Mhm.
modeling, and filmmaking?
I really, 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 really want my legacy to be being able to use, and I know this is going to sound cheesy, but I genuinely mean this with all of my heart, being able to use all of those art forms and like if I ever had a platform one day to be able to use all of that for good and to be able to like help as many people as I can
That's not
with that.
cheesy.
Yeah, I know that's like people will say that, but I like, genuinely mean that because I think
Hmm.
sometimes, you see people with a platform and they're using it for good and helping so many people. And it's like, wow, if I could do that, that would be
Yeah.
incredible. That would be
Yeah.
amazing just to be able to, like, whether it's you have so many followers on Instagram, being able to raise, use your platform to raise awareness on an issue, or use your money to be able to not even have to think about it, to just like be able to give your money away to someone who needs it, or even with like projects you take on. If there was like a film that I could be a part of that shares an incredible story that can be able to inspire someone, but like being a part of it as like an actor or filmmaker, that would be incredible. Or
Right.
even
Right.
or even being able to like my friends and family who are artists and creatives to be able to promote their work to people, to
Yeah.
show their
Yeah.
work and like show it off to the world. That would be my number one
Yes.
thing. Because
Whew.
like art is so important, but so is helping people, and both are so combined together. Like
Right. Right.
people to like we are here on earth to be able to like, again, cheesy answer, but love each other and connect with one another, and we can do that by being with each other and helping one another, but by also being a part of taking in art together. So that would be my legacy. I would dream to be able to do that. So hopefully one day, one day that'll be I hope one day that can happen. So God willing.
Right. Right. You think that's cheesy?
I don't think it's cheesy. I think sometimes people say that, like they say, "Oh, I want to help people," but like I think when you've gone through things and then you see the difference that people can make by having like, whether you have made a name for yourself in a certain industry, or
Yeah.
have followers on Instagram, or even like even being able to have some type of prominence in a field and being able to
Right.
use that to be able to help people, or share awareness on an issue or something. I think that's so cool. And so we like just being able to make that a reality would just be incredible.
Right. 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 I agree. I really do agree. And because it's like you got some people out here, they don't know direction of where they want to go.
Yeah.
And you got some people that don't have the resources to do whatever they're trying to do. And
Hmm.
so for example, like maybe a kid out there or somebody out there that aspired to be a photographer and
Hmm.
right. And maybe me and that same person grew up in that same neighborhood together.
Hmm.
And I'm
Hmm.
at the level where I can help him out and teach him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like that would be so grateful just to even money don't even have to be involved. It's
Yeah.
like just being in that person's presence to help him and let them know, like,
Exactly.
look, this you need to do
Hmm.
this. And it's what you're trying to do. All right, let me teach you about photography. Let me show you how to work a camera. That would be, I don't know, like you
Exactly.
say, like it is so cool to see that like you can bring somebody that's literally from the bottom and bring them
Mhm.
up just off of the knowledge that you have.
Yeah, and that's so exciting because you know
Yeah.
what that's like. Like, you know
Hmm.
how that feels to start at the bottom, and then to be
Right.
able to give someone else the tools to be able to do what you're doing, and one
Right.
day be able to do it professionally and have opportunities is such a cool thing. And that's like
Yeah.
what we're, that's what we're here to do.
Right.
And you can't, it's like other industries, it's more of a straightforward path to be able to get there. Like
Yeah.
with other things, with teaching, you go to a university, you get your degree in teaching, you sometimes get your master's degree, and then you start working at a school. And so it's more straightforward. Whereas for us, it's not as straightforward. Like you
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
be able to pass down those skills to someone else to help them and open some doors for people. So
Yeah.
that's yeah, that's just like I mean, both of us, we would love, just like you, I would love to be able to do that for other people.
Yeah. Yeah. And these times today, it's almost like a two-sided type of thing. And when I say as far as like it's so easy to reach out to somebody like
Hmm.
now these days because we got social media and
Hmm.
like you can either if they got their emailing on their Instagram page or Facebook and like you can reach out to them and
Hmm.
then you look at back in the day where it's like so hard and
Yeah.
like to even reach out to somebody because maybe you had to like send an email or had to send out a flyer. But the downside about like this generation and it's so many people doing it and
Yes.
so it's like
Yeah.
it's up to you who
Yeah.
you want to pick to help you out. So yeah,
Yeah. No, that's very true. It's almost like everything is oversaturated. So you're right.
yeah,
There's like so many people that can also be able to DM and post and email and all of that. But we can't look at it from a negative because I
yeah,
totally see what you mean. But I feel like in a way that's really cool because it's
yeah,
almost made it accessible for everyone. Like we've leveled the playing field that everyone else, like, going back to the thing with like
yeah,
nepotism, it used to be that a lot of people who were able to be in the room were only the people who had a direct connection to
yeah,
someone who was able to get them into the room. And
yeah,
now it's
yeah,
like, okay, we can all use social media, um, the internet, emailing, networking, all of those skills, or all of those things, we can use them to our advantage to be
yeah,
able to get opportunities and help people. And so, even though that's a downside to it, where there's like so many people, you almost have to be more creative. Like it's a cool
yeah,
opportunity
yeah,
to be more
yeah.
creative of like, okay, what slant can I do to set myself apart from all these other people who are also
Right.
hitting this person up or whatever, this account. Um, and yeah, and I think, sometimes being creative and having to kind of hustle, it
Mm-hmm.
sometimes is better because it gets you more excited and more, again, like passionate, and you're more
Mm-hmm.
creative. There's like kind of a fire up your butt to be able to hustle
Yeah,
for those
yeah,
opportunities a little more than if it was so seamless and you were able to just like, you know immediately email and the person emails you back and you're like, okay, great. You kind of take it for granted, whereas you don't take it for
yeah.
granted. If you send 50 emails and you get one email back, you're like, amazing. I'm
Right.
so thankful,
That's so true
Yeah.
though. That is
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah.
And I know I say this, and whoever's watching, I know I said this in previous episodes and all. But this is I can't even stress it enough. We just what off the strength of what we just talking about, and it's like even if you reach out to somebody and they don't reach out back to you like right away to help you out, you still got to get to the point where like okay, I got to create my own opportunities for me,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
like I got to set my own stuff up, and like even if I don't only can speak on my field, then I mean now like even if you're a photographer or videographer, if you got friends and you got an idea of to be creative in a way, like bring them on and like
Mhm.
do that with them. Or they say, for instance, if you got the knowledge to tell people about photography or videography, and like tell them, and
Mhm.
like there's a lot of people that want to know, a lot of people that want to hear your voice. There was a, I want to say, Instagram video, and that the guy, he said your purpose is not only just for you. Your
Mhm.
purpose is for someone else out there that's struggling or that's needs the motivation to lift them up. And so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. We're all here just trying to like help each other, bring each other along the
Hmm.
way with us. And I loved your point about creating those opportunities because I think
Hmm.
sometimes, again, we wait around for someone to answer us back
Yeah.
or for us, to be able to, like, we're looking for those opportunities when we
Yeah.
could just create them ourselves in the
Right.
meantime. And that
Hmm.
is so important. And even like, having your friends help you with those is really cool too, because sometimes we don't want to ask for help either. But then
Yeah.
we ask for help and then people are like, of course, like I would love to, like they want,
Yes.
our friends want to help us, and we
Yeah.
want to help them.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, man. This is good. This is good. Now we coming up into an hour. This don't feel like it though.
I know this call like passed by. I'm like looking at the time, I'm like, what? It's an hour? That's crazy. Oh
It's
my
an
gosh.
hour. It's
Yeah.
an hour. So, Grace, I want to ask you: have you ever watched the podcast before? You can be honest.
Okay, I've seen your clips. I think I saw something with Amanda before.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, because you interviewed Amanda.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, are you familiar with this next segment I'm about to go into?
Oh no, what is it?
No.
I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous. I wasn't before.
Don't be nervous. Don't be
Okay,
nervous. Don't be
okay,
nervous.
okay.
So, the name of this segment is called "Think Before You Speak," and this is a two-part segment. So, the first one is rapid fire questions. Rapid fire questions. For example, I'm sorry, kind of stuffy in the
Oh, you're
nose.
good.
So,
It's cold and flu season. Yeah.
so with rapid fire questions, and for example, I might ask you your favorite holiday. You tell me why, and then we move on to the next one. And the riddles. Now, I don't know if you like riddles or you do, you don't like riddles. And
I do.
but
I do love a riddle.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
I'm
okay.
not good at
So,
them, but
okay.
I like a riddle. Yeah.
Okay, so I give you a riddle,
Okay.
and then you get a chance to think about it, and then give you three tries. Once I give you three tries, then I let you know the answer. Now if you want to just give in, just let me know. I read it back and give it an answer. But every time I give out a riddle, people always looking up, down, left, and right. But you just gonna have to think. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right, all right. So we're gonna get into the rapid fire questions. The
Okay. I'm
first one
ready.
I got for you.
I'm in. I'm ready.
All right, the first one I got for you is favorite movie.
Favorite movie. Oh, so hard.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is quick, right? I have to like answer quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do we have like, is it like overall movie? Like, I guess.
Um,
Okay.
you talking about genre rise or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just okay? If we go on genre rise wise, I would say let's go with what is your favorite genre? What you say?
I know. Okay. Well, I love comedies, but then I also do. I love old movies. If I
Uh
was to do like an old romantic comedy or romantic movie, it's not a comedy.
mm-hmm.
Breakfast at Tiffany's. I love that
Stan
movie
Tiffany's.
so much. Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's with Audrey Hepburn. It's like an old movie. It was like
Okay.
made in yeah. But it's so good and it's so sweet and people just like the visual aspect of the movie. I really like that movie.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have one of this, and but if you don't, I can ask another one. Favorite painting.
Favorite painting. Ooh. Oh my
Now
gosh.
I don't know anyone that has a favorite type of painting.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a really good question. Okay, so I'm really into ecclesiastical art and Renaissance art.
okay.
Um, I don't have a specific painting in mind, even though that is such a good question. And now I'm gonna go home and be like, what is my favorite painting? Um, okay,
So
so
you want me to ask something else?
yeah, let me come back to that. Because
Okay. Okay.
yeah, that's a good
Okay.
question though. I should
Um.
know. I literally work in art. Oh my gosh. You caught me off guard.
Hey, that's how you know you got a good host.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
So, um, I was saying, give me the man, a male or and a female favorite actress or actor.
Famous actress or actor. Okay, right now I I have obviously there's a lot of actors that I really admire, but
Mm-hmm.
lately I and obviously you know the greats like
Yeah.
Meryl Streep, Viola Davis, like all of them.
Yeah.
But I really love the show Hacks. I don't know if you've ever watched it.
You said hack. Say it
Hacks.
again. Hack.
Hacks. It's like a comedy show, a like dramedy, but it has Hannah Einbinder in it, and she
Mm-hmm.
is an amazing actor. And this is like her breakout role, and I've just
Mm-hmm.
been enamored by her acting in it. She's just very good. So
How,
I would say she's really really great.
how you
I
spell it?
Hacks Hacks.
You said
CKS, yeah, Hacks.
HAC.
It's like about an
Yeah.
like a older comedian and her writer and the relationship dynamic
Oh,
that they have of
hacks.
like working together. It's a really good show. It's on HBO. I also love Zendaya. I think because Zendaya has this like elegance about her, like she's just like someone who
Zendaya.
she's amazing. I love her. I've watched her since Shake It Up. And I also
Zendaya.
love the she's amazing, and the roles that she takes are really great. And she just, I think, in any role that you see her, she's like that classic actress. Like she's the
Yes.
same kind of tier as like Audrey Hepburn. They have like an elegance about them, but then she can
Mm-hmm.
also do movies like Dune and Challengers and all of that. So I would say
Mm-hmm.
also Zendaya. Male wise, I'm trying to think.
There's a lot of good ones.
There's a lot of good ones.
That's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, Timothy Chalamet has been kind of blowing me away lately. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's been taking on so many different roles because he did the recent Bob Dylan movie, and then now he's in Marty Supreme that's coming out soon, and I'm really excited to see that.
Oh,
Yeah,
him and
I think
Zendaya in a movie together.
yes, and them and Dune. He
Doom.
like
Yes.
both of them together are exceptional. And again, both of them are very dynamic actors and good at being
Right.
able to play different roles and be able to do different skills for each role. So I would say both of them are amazing.
Cause he played in Wonka.
Yeah, he played in Wonka. Yeah, I didn't see that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
I low key I'm a little afraid of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and this goes back to when Johnny Depp was in the
Yeah.
other Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I watched
Mm-hmm.
that movie when I was like 7 or 8 years old, and I flipped. I don't know why. I thought it was so scary. So now I can't watch Wonka. Bad memories.
And this the same guy. I want to see this movie. And the same guy you was talking about, Timothy, and
Mhm.
he played in the movie The King on Netflix.
Oh, the king. What's his name?
In the movie, I never
Or
seen it. That's why I said
you're
I want to
saying,
watch it.
oh, Timothy played in it.
Yeah,
Is
he played in it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and as soon as you said his name, I'm good with faces
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all.
yeah.
I'm not very good with names, but as
Mm,
soon as you said that, I was like, okay, he playing in the movie that I want to see. Yeah, but
yeah,
he's a great actor.
he is a great actor. I also, I know this isn't one of the rapid fire questions, but favorite filmmaker, I love Greta Gerwig, and she uses Timothy Chalamet pretty
Hmm.
often. And he was in Little Women. He was also in Lady Bird. Both amazing films, so highly recommend. And anything with Greta Gerwig is exceptional. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah,
have to put that in my list
yeah,
of movies to watch.
yes. And
I'm gonna have-
she's directing the new Chronicles of Narnia movie that's coming out next year.
Then come on with another one.
Yeah, I think the Magician's Nephew. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's great. And they coming out with a lot of new movies next
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Um, Speaking of Zendaya, she's in a new Shrek movie. Didn't know.
What? Wait, are you
Yes,
serious?
I'm serious.
Oh my gosh.
She's in the new Shrek movie.
Is she voicing someone? Well,
Yeah,
obviously, I don't think it's live action.
um, I want to say in the previews, the daughter, she got older, and
Okay,
so she plays
okay.
one of the daughters.
Fiona's daughter. No way, that's so
Hmm.
cool. I did not know that. Oh my
And
gosh.
I didn't know either until I saw it.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, that is crazy. I mean, like, she can do it all.
She can.
So,
She Zendaya.
yeah, yeah.
So the last one is favorite career moment.
Favorite career moment.
It's a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, that's hard. Oh, I have different from each one. I would say favorite career moment for film was being able to get my first speaking role in Saturday Night. That was really exciting for me to be able to do that and play a real life character. I think biggest career highlight for my work as like an art director, PR and marketing, being able to plan and execute an exhibition with a major museum in Florence and being able to
Hmm.
like have press there and doing interviews for it and things like that. Um,
Hmm.
that was really exciting, and that was a lot of last year was being able to execute different exhibitions in Florence. That was just so exciting for me. And then for modeling, ooh, I've done a couple of like I've
Hmm.
been a published model a couple times. I've been able to do different editorials, but I would actually say whenever I've walked New York Fashion Week with different designers, that's been
Right.
such an incredible highlight and so exciting for me.
Hmm.
And I've been able to walk for Elegantees, which is a great brand. Shout out to Elegantees,
Hmm.
love them. They're an ethical fashion brand. Maui and Lolita, also a ethical fashion brand based in New York City. They're fantastic, as well as other independent designers. So that has been a
Right.
career
Right.
highlight for that, for sure.
Wow. Whereas you have done a lot.
Thank you. Aw. Well, I mean, same to you. That's why it's
Yeah.
like, artist to artist, creative to creative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hyping each other up.
Yeah. I want to talk to you about something after we get
Yeah,
off
yeah.
air, but let's get into the riddles. And
Oh, yeah. Okay, the riddles.
you ready?
Yes, ready.
Are you nervous?
I feel like I'm not good at riddles, but I feel like I'm gonna be okay.
Okay. All right. So let's get into the first one. How many bricks does it take to complete a building made of bricks?
How many bricks does it take to build a building made of bricks?
Hmm.
And it's a specific number?
Yeah.
Mm.
You want to read it again?
Yeah, I'm like trying to get my
How
head around
how
what.
many bricks does it take to complete a building made of bricks? They got one. I guess you gotta real
I
pay attention to the
I
question.
can't. I know. I know. Can you give me the answer? Because this is gonna bother me.
So I'm gonna read the question and give you an answer. So
Yeah.
how many bricks does it take to complete a building made of bricks? The
Mhm.
answer is the last one.
Oh, okay. Got it. See, and this is why, like with riddles, I like it because obviously you are like, it's more of
Thank you.
a
Yeah.
reading comprehension thing of like, okay, where is the trap of like
Right,
where the
right,
actual answer is, you know?
right, right, right.
Yeah.
Because when I said complete, so it's already done. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that's a good one
All
though.
right.
That's a good one.
All right. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
All
Ready.
right. You think you got this one?
I'm gonna listen really intentionally and hopefully we'll get it.
All right. All right. What starts with T, ends with T, and has T in it?
What starts with T, ends with T, and has T in it?
Yep.
Treat?
That's a good one, but
Hmm.
I give you a hint.
Yeah.
You can drink it.
T?
I'm gonna give you that. I give you that. I give you that.
Yeah.
It's a
Is it?
it's a it's a teapot, but I give you that.
Oh,
I
T.
give you that.
Okay.
I
There
give
we
you that
go.
one.
That was actually my first answer, but then I was like, it doesn't end with T. So I'm like, maybe not.
I
Okay. I
give you that
like
one.
those. I like
All right.
those.
All right. So you got what is it? 1 out of 2?
One out, yeah, 1 out of 2.
One
There
out
we
of two.
go.
One out of
Not
two.
too shabby. Not too shabby.
All right. Here we go with the third one. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
There are two ducks in front of a duck, two ducks behind a duck, and a duck in the middle. How many ducks are there?
Sorry. Say that one more time. I'm
There
like,
are two. There are two ducks in front of a duck, two
mhm.
ducks behind a duck in the middle. How many ducks are there? You want to read it one more time?
I. What was the last part?
A duck in the middle?
Okay. 5.
Mm-mm. You close. Uh-uh. You
Is
close.
it 6?
Uh-uh.
4.
That's your final answer?
Oh, sure. I don't know.
All right. So there are two ducks in front of a duck, two ducks behind a duck, and a duck in the middle. How many ducks are there? You want to get one more try?
I want to say 4.
You want to say four? That's your
Yeah.
final answer. That's what
Yeah.
you're going with?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me read the question and I'm gonna give you the
Okay.
answer. There are two ducks in front of a duck, two ducks behind a duck in the middle. How many ducks are there? The answer is three ducks.
3. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, now I see
But that's
that.
good though. That's good. I see why you said 4.
Yeah,
I see why you said 4.
yeah.
So
See, now I'm not. Now I'm a little bit. I'm sad. I was wanting to win on a or end on a winning streak.
right, right.
Dang. Well, 1 out of 3.
Hey, but lucky for you, I always give a bonus.
Okay.
So the last one is,
Okay.
what 5-letter word type in all caps letters can be read the same upside down?
What 5-letter word can be? Sorry, say that one more time.
What 5-letter word typed in all caps letters can be read the same upside down?
Hmm.
Trust your gut. Trust your gut.
That's really good. I'm like deep in thought. I'm like, can you give me a hint about the word?
uh, water.
I thought about something with a W. That's why I was like,
That's the hint. Water.
and it's five
It's
letters.
it has something to do with water.
Mm-hmm. Mm, something to do with water. Is it shore?
Uh.
No.
I see what you. Okay. I see what you did there. Okay.
I'm like a seashore, but no.
5-letter word. It's a water. It's an activity.
It's an activity. Swim?
That's it.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
That is it.
Got it. Yes. Wait, swim, but that's only 4 letters.
Swims. It's got
Oh,
the S at the
swims.
end. Yeah,
Okay.
swim.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So if you read it upside down, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good.
2 out of 4.
2 out of 4. Hey, that's good. That's good. First episode of season 3. So
Yes. Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Thank you so much for having me and for having you as like the opening episode. This is
yeah,
like a
yeah,
big
yeah,
deal. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We got 2 more segments.
Okay. Okay. Wait, of this episode?
Huh?
Of this episode?
Yeah, we got 2 more segments.
Okay, because I low key I do have to go soon because it's
Oh,
9:30. Um,
oh.
but what are the segments?
So it's this word of advice, and the other
Okay.
segment is it's on you. So the word of advice is basically like, what advice would you give anyone in your field, and what advice would you give anyone that's want to give up on life?
Oh, okay. Okay. Word of advice, I would say for anyone in my field to kind of what we touched on before, create opportunities when you don't see an opportunity heading your way. You try to go out and create that opportunity, whether that's, you know, if you're an actor, try to create stuff for your reel and try to, you can create like a demo reel with a friend and be able to record it
Hmm.
and or create a short film with friends and be able to use that to kind of harness in your craft and like create opportunities for yourself and other people. For modeling, try to reach out to different designers or photographers and do different shoots with them, and
Hmm.
help promote the designers clothes and their brand and everything. And if you're someone who works with artists, even going out of your way to see what collaborations they could do in order to create opportunities for them for the future, whether that's try to create exhibitions for them, mini pop-ups,
Yeah.
things like that to help promote their work, putting together stories and collections to be able to pitch to press. All of these things you can go out of your way to help create those opportunities. And then the other thing I would say is definitely don't be afraid to go and find places and find groups that you can go and talk to people in order to establish authentic relationships and connections with people in order for them to for you to help each other and be able to um, for them to be able to give you opportunities for the future and vice versa. So yeah. And then the second question or the second word of advice for someone who feels like they're wanting to give up in life, that's a really heavy thing to think about. And I think we're all we all are going through things, and sometimes you can find yourself in a stage of life where you feel hopeless and there's not a lot of light at the end of the tunnel. And what I would say is, you know, whatever situation you're in, there's never a situation that you're too far gone or it's too messed up or there's no way out. Somehow, I always have the hope that God always provides the way and gives us grace to be able to figure out whatever situation we're in. And even when we feel shame or hopelessness, you like that's how those are all lies in your head. You're not too far gone. You're not there's you know even if you messed up, there's always grace there. And thank God my name is Grace, so I am constantly reminded of that. But like there is always grace in the way that you're like we don't have to lose hope and faith in that, and that God has always got us. But then also I would say whenever you get that way, it's easy for you to want to shrink and be away from people, but those are the times that you need to be closest with people, your friends and family, to be close with them, to go to them, to be like with others and not be lonely and seclude yourself from other people. So just finding, you know, finding hope in that God's always got you, grace is always there, and reach out to the people that you love and be around them. And even when you feel like giving up, go out of your way to help someone else, because sometimes we're stuck in this situation where we feel so lost. And sometimes it's a good reminder for us to go out of our way to help someone else who also feels that same way, you know?
That's good. That's good.
Mm.
Um, since you gotta hear him go, I know I ain't gonna do the last segment. I know you
Oh,
in a
I'm
rush
so
right now.
sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, you good.
I
You good.
I'm so sorry. I'm at my sister's house. That's why. And I told her I'd be off the call at around 9, so that's why. But I apologize. What is the last segment? I'm so sorry.
It was just you only. It's basically you give me advice, and if you want to ask me 2 questions, you can ask me 2 questions. But like I say, if you in a hurry, we ain't got to do it.
Okay. Well, I would love to hear your advice on because I actually love photography. And
Hmm.
I'm not a photographer like you by any means, but I for my job have kind of been able to work on my photography skills with product photography. What would be your advice for me to be able to what is like the number one thing usually photographers need to improve on that you would recommend that they like really harness in on with their skill sets with photography?
One thing, um, and I think it's I would say any photographer would say, um, it's lighting. That's most important.
That is
Lighting,
so important. Yeah,
lighting,
I've
because
noticed that.
yeah, yeah, because you can have. composition, the leading lines, rule of thirds. You can have all that, but if your lighting is trash, like if you
Mhm.
don't know 3 point lighting, which is key fill, backlighting, then your picture or just even your videos is not going to come out like how you want to come out. And
Mhm.
like so yeah, you really
Yeah,
needs to know lighting.
yeah. No, I 100% see that because no matter how much Lightroom or Photoshop you try to do with exposure or whatever, if
Hmm.
that photo does not have the right lighting, it's just not going to
Hmm.
work. Or you can make it tremendously better with good lighting.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And also too, don't think that okay, I got ISO like the exposure
Mhm.
triangle, and I got ISO, and I just can boost the ISO
Yeah,
to a larger number and think that's going to be better. No, it's really going to make it real worse because the more that you boost it, the more gain and more noise into your image you're gonna have.
that's actually really good to know because sometimes, like even today, I was shooting something and
Hmm.
I boosted it to like 3200, but I usually try to keep it around 800 or lower.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that is actually, and I never knew why. I was like, why does everyone say use a lower ISO? But that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So that was the only question.
Well, and also, you know, what what advice would you give a model?
Oh, nah.
Yeah.
As far as what?
Whenever you're shooting with models, what would you like if I was to model for you for like a like a brand shoot and you're trying to give me creative direction or give me advice and I'm a brand new model, what would you say?
A brand new model. Working with a photographer.
Mhm.
Okay, I would say don't be afraid to be open to new ideas, and
Mm,
whenever you at a shoot, and like try to do anything and everything to bring that, I would say, that brand out also, if
yeah,
that makes
yeah,
sense. And
yeah,
like if you mostly focus on clothes, like do your best to bring the clothes out, like
yeah.
stick out even more. And
Because it's not about you, it's about the
yeah,
clothes. Yeah.
it's about the brand itself.
Mhm.
Even if you doing like a purse or so, like Sean really, like for real, he the one that really taught me like that. And
Mhm.
like just whenever we was doing, I forgot exactly what it was called. I think it's Create a Blueprint or something like that. I forgot what
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So whenever you are modeling and working with other photographers, don't be afraid to be open to new ideas, or like don't be this, humble yourself.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously,
Yeah.
humble yourself,
Mhm.
and actually explain to the photographer exactly what you're looking for, because even though we're the photographer and we're taking the picture, we exactly don't know what you want and all.
Mhm.
But if you explain that to them and explain your vision, then working with a great photographer, he can bring that vision out. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I would
so
say
true.
yeah, 100% explain the photographer exactly what you
Communication.
want. Yeah,
Yeah,
communication.
for
Hmm.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So any advice you want to give me?
Oh, my sister's calling me out.
Oh,
I may need to go. I am so sorry,
nah, you
but
good. You good.
but I I think oh gosh, sorry. She texted me so many times. Because we're having dinner now. But I think advice I would give to you would be to again, don't don't give up and create art that you're passionate about. So obviously from a business standpoint, you got to give what the client wants whenever it comes to photography and videography. But in your spare time, I would say don't be afraid to go outside the box, to be creative, look at movies, look at film, look at other photographers and see what they're doing and what speaks to you. And then go out and create, because that's what life's all about. It's all about creating and having fun and doing things that you feel excited, like creating art that you feel excited about, you know? So,
Okay.
and
Okay.
storytelling, what you're doing
Yeah.
now. It's
Storytelling. Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. Well, Grace, I know you got to hurry up, but
yeah.
we are honored to have you on, and we thank you for being the first episode of season 3, and hopefully we can get you back on eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So just tell the people where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at my name, Grace Barlow. So
Hmm.
Grace, Grace, Barlow, Barlow. That's a platform I probably use the most. I kind of use just TikTok for fun, and then yeah, I Instagram's kind of the way to find me. So definitely, yeah, keep. I love keeping up with people and other creatives, so follow me there. And yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, Tyreek, and I loved being able to just like talk to you and being able to hear like just like creative to creative, like how we can help one another. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Like I say, after this, I'm probably text you. I want to throw an idea to you, see how would you be interested doing it, and
Yeah, absolutely.
but yeah. So end it off with the saying. I know you got to hurry up, so I'm just gonna say it. If you want to say along with me, like I always try to get people to say along with me. But if you want to say
Yeah.
along, the saying is day by day to see a better day. Smoothie for life. We out.
Day by day. What was the last part?
Day by day to see a better day. Smoothie for life. We out.
Day by day. I'm so sorry. Wow, my brain is like so shot right
No, you
now. Oh
good.
my gosh. Wait, I'm gonna say it with you. Say it one more time.
Day by day to see a better day. Smoothie for life. We out.
Day by day to see a to see a better day.
Uh huh.
Smooth for life.
We out. That's
We
it.
out.
That's
This
it.
is why
All right.
this see I told you this is why I'm bad at learning lines. You just saw how bad that was. I have to read it. Oh, and yeah, I have to go. But anyways, it was so good talking to you. Thank you so much again for this opportunity.
No
And
problem.
yes, and thank you for everyone who's listening. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, great night whenever you're listening.
All right. All right,
Yeah.
everybody. Have a good one.
God bless.
Hot shit.